Yeah, press go live. I didn't go live. There you go. What's going on, y'all? 4 quarters.
What's Sunday?
Corner right now.
Birds, man. Birds up, man. Let's go.
It's 8 days away.
Whew.
We Kyle Pitts days away, man.
Hey, man. It's Cal Pitts season days away from his season, man.
Yep, we had the little roster drop, and we gonna give our little impressions on that. So, what's your little first impression of the roster? Do you think they messed up on anything? Any surprise cuts, or how you feel about the roster?
Okay, so like this is the first time a roster has already been set before the roster drop. For us as Falcons fans, we kind of already had an idea of who the first 22 guys would be, but the back half of the roster is what's the most important and what is the most intriguing for me, actually. I did see that a lot of guys that we kind of just drafted get cut and waived and stuff like that, but some of them came back on the practice squad immediately. Up today, a couple hours ago, they just released 13 of the 16 names that are on the practice squad. And but like interesting take that I had was like Justin Schaefer coming out of Georgia. Like this was his year to be able to put up or shut up, and his chance to step up at that left guard position if he had it in him. Being in the system a year or two like that, you still see players develop, such as Jalen Mayfield. That was not a surprise to any of us. We seen that man on skates. We seen that man Statue of Liberty out there just looking at defenders sacking the quarterback. And I find it kind of crazy though that Justin Schaefer fell that fast, like after being drafted like a year ago. It just shows that he needs to be developed a little bit more. He may need some more practice reps or may get some playing time barring an injury to anybody or, anybody that wanted to trade for him, maybe off practice squad or sign him off the practice squad. It's still a transactional business, and we have to realize that as Falcons fans, we can't keep everybody. Everybody can't be on the team, but we can always make sure that, talent is talent, regardless of what we think. And the talent that they put on the field is what we have to accept as Falcons fans and know that, hey, Arthur Smith is looking for the best 11 guys to put out there every single time. And he's not looking for guys that's going to have as his drills, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to say I'm glad Mayfield got cut, but it's like the left guard experience just didn't work. And then this preseason, even they tried to give him another chance at his college position at tackle, and he
3 times, bro.
Yeah, this is his third season for real. What? Yep. Yeah, because he was hurt all last season.
Yep.
So this is his third season. They put him back at his original position, but it's like he just looked worse. I don't know. So I don't know. I was glad to see him go because man, he gonna get somebody killed back there for real.
Yeah,
man, probably took
he's not even going to be signed to the. He's not even signed to the practice squad. I'm just glad we are done.
Yeah, I already knew he wasn't gonna make the practice squad because we cut that boy before the first wave of cuts came through. I think he was the first couple of games to be cut for real. But like you said though, we already knew what the roster this the first. Well, not the first year, but a year and a little minute. We already knew the roster was gonna be for the get go. It was probably a couple spots that needed to be thrown in. But Arthur Smith had already said it's gonna be a hard 53 to make before the training camp and all that had even started. So,
man, I gotta go for one question, man. What do you think about the wide receiver group, bro? What's your take on that?
I mean, I pretty figured that 5 was gonna make it. I didn't know if they was gonna carry another one, but I don't see a need to really carry that much because you folks got to realize on the roster you have to, if you carry 6 receivers, that might take a corner off the roster or whatnot. So for a team like us, it's 5 receivers is a good number because you got to think Kyle Pitts and John are going to be used to catch as pass catchers too, and then you got Cordell and BP. I mean Bijan. So it's you don't really need too many receivers. What other spots you think? Because Like D line, I pretty much figured that was pretty accurate. We deep at D line for real.
Yeah. One cut that was kind of like not really even a cut, but one transaction that kind of surprised me was Timothy Horn not making the cut. He's actually on the come on, bro. He's actually on the practice squad. So it's like, did he not do enough to make the squad, or was it just? Oh yeah, what's going on, man?
What's going on, my boy?
It was just kind of like surprising to me. It was just like Timothy Horn had the chance to actually turn the page off of last year's success, but like he didn't really make that next stride. I guess that Arthur Smith and Ryan Nielsen want for that defense, because Ryan Nielsen has a standard that's up here, and if we are not able to keep that standard here the whole time, you know what I'm saying, you can't exceed your expectation at all. So
I think like Ryan Nielsen likes his guys, and like they brought Albert Huggins in, who he worked with in New Orleans, and I think that he really likes him and prefers him over Timothy Horn, who is a guy you can stash on your practice squad, which we did.
Right.
And Joe Gaziano, like we signed him in the offseason, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but I think they liked him too, because honestly, he didn't really even play that much in the preseason, so I pretty much figured like they already had it in for him to be on the roster. But Timothy Horn definitely stepped up last year when called on, and it's just crazy because I seen the D-line chart last year compared to now, and it's like all the dudes who we cut are not even in the league no more. And then you got Timothy Horn, who played significant minutes last year, and it's like, bro, he's not even making the 53 this year.
Yeah.
Like, only people that's there is Grady and TQ. And TQ might not even start this year for real. So it's just like,
right.
That's crazy.
You know one thing though that is a good thing about the practice squad. Each position, I mean, each player has a number of times that they can be brought up from the practice squad, barring an injury or being able to feel a certain depth, like depending on who you're playing. Like if you want to fill out your depth chart at defensive tackle or defensive end, you can elevate these guys.
If you're playing a run-heavy team that week, maybe you don't need as many corners.
Exactly.
As linemen. So it's like you can bring them. What about Parker Hesse? Because I feel like that was like another surprising cut. But I guess like they want Fitzpatrick because he can catch the ball.
Fitzpatrick came in. He been working this offseason, bro. He was hurt last year. Let's not forget that he was hurt last year. He came back in with the mentality of, oh, this is my roster to make and show them that they did a good job by signing me. Like I was a diamond in the rough. He can already block. He went to UGA. His strength is run blocking, and now they put route running ability on him. So it's like, now you got to worry about those heavy run sets when they come out, and then him being able to slip out as a tight end as a weapon as well. Like, we're not going to dog Jonnu and Kyle the whole game.
Yeah, I feel like it's really hurt me because Parker had that film already out there from last year because he was so important in the run game. So I'm like, man, he might not clear waivers for real. But I think we did get him back on the practice squad. So,
yeah,
if we need to call him up, like, we should be good. Do you feel the Falcons will make a trade at any point? We definitely need to swing a trade or sign a free agent because I think if Okudah and Mike Hughes start off not being able to go, I think we're a little slim at corner for real. And then CP probably won't. I don't know what's going on. Like they haven't officially started. Arthur Smith he doesn't get no discretion with injuries.
He's not gonna tell nobody.
Oh God! So I think Cordell, if he can't go, we'll probably call it Iwabuke. Is that his name? How you pronounce it? Yeah, we'll probably call him up because we got him back on the practice squad. So, but what position do you think need trade out? Linebacker maybe or?
At this point, I seen a big linebacker we could sign. We could sign Jalen Smith, but it just depends on how healthy he is. He got cut from New Orleans, but at the same time, he's a good sized linebacker that we could use to stuff the run. And as far as the trade question goes, like if we make a trade, it has to be a trade that's gonna make sense money wise because you got a lot of money coming already down the road. You don't want to start taking away from that money by signing somebody that has a big contract coming with them or behind them.
Man, everybody doesn't play right now. Deion Jones back, bro. Y'all can wrap that up.
Yeah.
He was looking bad in Carolina. I wanted him to stick on Carolina
Yep.
roster because I couldn't wait to run right at him.
Same. That's what I wanted. Yep. Good gracious, yeah.
Oh, Jalen Smith resigned.
Oh, Jalen Smith. Okay.
I mean, we could always pick up Rashawn Evans though. He's still out there, and they already talked about bringing him back the whole season anyway. But I don't know. I just gotta see like once the week start and we see the injury designations, because I'm pretty sure they saying Mike Hughes definitely probably not playing, but I guess Okuda won't be out there either. So I don't know if I feel confident with Trey Flowers, AJ
Clark Phillips,
and D Alford. Like I don't think I feel confident with that. But
yep.
I seen they said they was working out Malcolm Butler though. What you think about that?
So as far as Malcolm Butler goes, I mean, it's a good signing as far as depth wise and making sure that you got a veteran that knows play calling and stuff like that. But what has he done in the last couple of years? He hasn't been playing, so we got to wake him up. You know what I'm saying? Like some players can come off of being on a year or two break and still be able to do what they do, and then some players it's going to take a season for them to get fully back to themselves. They might not be fully themselves until the end of the season, middle of the season. So it'll definitely be one of those things where it's like you either get Malcolm Butler or you look on free agency or undrafted free agents, or then it goes back to your scouting team having to have good film coming back, and they have to have like the right highlights, the right scheme fit. Like everything at this point has to be a puzzle piece. It can't be an oddball out in the bunch. It has to be something that's going to fit with the scheme from Ryan Nielsen and fit the pocket for Terry Fontenot.
I ain't gonna lie, when you just said something about like a whole year, that just really made me like go back to Eddie Goldman for real, bro. Like, what? But that's neither here or there for real. But yeah, I definitely see like what you're saying. But I don't really know if it's any big time people out there will command a big paycheck for real, and I'm not really interested in giving it to them because, like you said, we got money next year, and you don't really want to start chipping off the cap space now,
right?
And then miss out on somebody like more long term next year. But I definitely think a few signings are needed just to fill out the rest of the roster due to people being injured, because you know injuries gonna come and whatnot. But then again, we got the practice squad for that, so you never know who might be called up.
Yeah, it's probably still like 3 spots left on the practice squad, and then you know we can carry a third quarterback without it being a hit on the roster. So
that's what I was just about to ask you. So what you think about Logan Woodside making the 53? Like, do you think they was right to allocate that third spot to the quarterback, or that could have been used somewhere else? What you think?
So as far as Logan Woodside, I can't complain about anything he did this whole preseason. Like, I can't complain at all. Every time his number was called, he was in there making a play, making a throw, under pressure, under duress, outside the pocket, in the pocket, out like running the ball. And you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, Logan Woodside was with us last year, but like he didn't get the chance to like really play because we were still filling out how Ritter was going to be. But it's good to know, like, if you have somebody that, let's just say Taylor Heineke wasn't who he was in Washington, he just had good coaching or had somebody good that was in his ear or something like that. Because they were even saying that Taylor Heineke was saying that our play calling is hard to learn. Mm-hmm. All the verbiage and stuff like that is hard to learn. So what if Logan Woodside just happened to be that guy that's able to listen to all the verbiage and repeat all the verbiage, and he's that guy that can make those checks at the line of scrimmage because he knows the verbiage. Like, we still have that option there. Exactly. He looked sharper than Heineke, and Heineke only played in one or two games, if that.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I mean, if you get on your third quarterback, you're pretty much in trouble. But if Woodside had to come in, I wouldn't just be like, at least we're familiar with him already.
He's competent. You want somebody that can make the simple throws, bro. That's something that we lacked when we had Mariota. We lacked simple throws, simple throws where you can literally just put it in the breadbasket and your receiver's on the way down to a touchdown, or you throw this slant on point, on target, and your receiver's down right there. But we had to get overthrows and all the way out, and he got to jump his whole vertical just to get the ball, and now he's unprotected because he's floating in the air, and now you got a Eddie Jackson who don't care, and season over with, and now you got to rebound after that. And this is we got to think about it, man. This is his third quarterback now. Third quarterback in his third year of the league. If anybody wants to do anything, Kyle Pitts has to do it this year. But at the same time, like, it's good to have the options at quarterback that we do have in Logan Woodside and Taylor Heineke if Ritter was to, you know what I'm saying, have an injury or something like that or not be able to play. Like, we still have backups that can stay competent and keep the offense going.
For sure. So, what's your preseason takeaways? I mean, of course, it ain't like no scheming going on out there, or nothing like that. But what did you pick up from like what Ryan Nielsen's defense can look like? I mean, I don't think the offense pretty much showed anything, but defensive wise, and also, what do you think about the, I guess, conundrum going around in Falcons fan base right now about not playing the starters for a certain amount of time? Like, how you feel about that?
So, as far as like my preseason takeaways are this: Ryan Nielsen is going to blitz the quarterback. Our starting 4 or 5 defensive linemen are going to be starters. On any other team, they're starters on any other team. You can't double team not one person and have somebody that's not going to win a one-on-one matchup. So the way he was showing us a little bit of it in the preseason is the way that I know for a fact that he's going to continue to put heat on the quarterback. The quarterback's like, that's the only way you win on defense. When you pressure the quarterback, it makes it harder for him to get the ball down the field to the receivers that's open. And if he has to rush a throw, he's going to either overthrow it, underthrow it. If you got a safety that, like Jesse Bates, that's a hawk, he's going to get the overthrown balls. And if you got corners like AJ, corners like Jeff, corners like Mike, corners like D. Alfred that can lock up man-to-man coverage and break on balls, hey, you're asking for a nightmare, because now you're messing with a top 10 defense that can not only stop the run, but you can't pass on them because they got starters at almost every position that could start anywhere else. But all the noise that Falcons fans make is so ungrateful to me, bro. It's like, bro, I know it's like getting the PS5, bro. Like getting the PS5, bro. And they tell you in the instructions, overplaying this game is gonna make it overheat, it's gonna blow up, right? You play your starters, bro. That same hit Logan Woodside took in the second half could have been Desmond Ridder in the first half on a blindside hit by TJ Watt. And next thing we're looking at Arthur Smith like, oh, you dummy, you big dummy, why you do that? When he's being conservative and holding them back. Now, I will say it kind of does bring you into the season different if you get like hit less, because in a game you're gonna get hit every drive. Like that's coming in, but you don't want to put that the wear and tear that our offense
appreciate that
will for sure. The way that our offense is built, there's not like we're a run heavy team, bro. So we're gonna be hitting every play. There's no play that nobody's not gonna get hit. You're going to take hits. Running backs are going to be heavily hit. That's why we have 3 or 4 of them that can start. Like, your quarterback is going to get hit. You don't want him to take over hits because he's going to be taking those hits on Sundays unless you play a dirty team that just has guys that just hit them after the play is over with. But then that's a penalty, and then we're going down the field after that. His awareness in the pocket is already there, and he can get out the pocket. They know that he can run. Everything they're carrying over some of his success from last year. The positive from last year is what the Falcons general manager, head coach, and all of them brought over from this year. Hence the reason why we didn't go after no quarterback. Hence the reason why when they brought Heineke in, they said he is the backup. He brought him in to backup. It wasn't a controversy of, is he going to start? Is it a competition? Are we going to bring him in to make it look good? Or is this really the Falcons franchise quarterback right here? Like, it's a lot of question, but I just feel like the Falcons fans need to sit back, relax, let Arthur Smith do his job, let Terry Fontenot accompany Arthur Smith in doing his job. We all can't be GMs, but we can all have our recommendations. That's all I'm going to say. We can't be GMs, we can have our recommendations, but you can't be the GM. If you look at all our injuries, it came from in practice. In practice injuries is what hurt us the most. And when you finally have a good practice routine and a good medical routine where you're not getting everyone hurt, it's easy to be able to rebound and teach off of those moments rather than hounding on your players, making your players run, hit, and then expect them to be 100% come September the 10th. And then we go in there and them boys look like they gassed because they done played 3 preseason games.
Right.
Mid-season form is not what you're looking for week 1.
Exactly. And I think that's what most people don't realize. Like, when you thirsty for football, as most fans, well, all fans are, because we ain't seen it. Preseason all you got. So what you just said, mid-season form is not achieved in week 1.
Yep.
Y'all got to understand, like, week 1 intensity is not achieved in the preseason at all. Like, I could see both sides. Like, with a young quarterback with Ritter, you do want to get him some game reps, but at the same time, it's like, is he really benefiting from seeing a vanilla defense that's not really scheming to fool him or blitz him or really put, like, Arthur Smith's not calling no plays for him, like no real plays for him anyway. So It's like, what is he really benefiting from? I mean, he can throw to Kyle Pitts in practice. He can get time down the route in practice. Like, there's no need to put the risk out there. And Kyle Pitts just came back from a catastrophic injury, as you already just said. So he's definitely not going to be out there.
Yep.
And then if Drake or Bijan get hurt, that's damn near your whole season right there.
You're pointing the finger back at Arthur Smith, though. You
right.
Feel what I'm saying?
It's like you said, the physicality style of offense we run, you can't really do that in the preseason and then be like, y'all go out there week 1. Because I believe Drew Dahman and Chris Lindstrom are hurt already anyway. So it's like, that was the reason why, because Arthur Smith said the whole preseason, and he's like, I'm not putting Ritter out there if he's not out there with the ones. Like, that's pointless. Yep. So if the whole ones couldn't go, then Ritter wasn't going to go. And I think that's the reason why they didn't play. And honestly, bro, it's like, if they do come out week 1 and look flat, that is going to be what most people point to. The fact of, like, hey, we didn't play in the preseason, da-da-da-da-da. But, I mean,
I don't think it really had no correlation, in my opinion, because, like, you can come out, be 3-0 in the preseason, look amazing, and you can go out and suck in a regular season. Like, that don't really mean nothing for real at all.
Yeah, it don't necessarily correlate like that, yeah.
Like you say, bro, mid-season form. Like, you trying to play the long game in the NFL. It's a long season, bro. You're going to accumulate injuries. Like, you got to try to be the healthiest team you can be come January, February if you want to be in that dance for real. And you don't want to get somebody hurt in the preseason and have to look back at that and like, we got such and such hurt in the preseason because I wanted to evaluate him when I could have just Arthur Smith and them already pretty much know what they got or think they know what they have in Ritter.
Right.
So fans want to see him in the preseason because we don't know. But you just got to trust the people that actually get paid to make those decisions, bro. If you want to know, you'll find out September 10th and on. But you're not learning nothing about the dude in the preseason. Because what you think about that the first drive or the only drive of the preseason we did see? Because I think the first team offense looked good.
Man, I can't even lie to you, bro. I was walking to my seat the whole drive, and I caught every single play on the TV, bro, as I'm walking.
Why was I walking to my seat, though? Like, majority of the first drive for real as well.
Yes, and I was like,
every little concession stand TV, like, looking.
No, for real. My girl was like, hey, bro, come on, bro, let's go. And I'm like, bro, you don't understand. This is the starters playing. Like, I haven't seen this. I can't just, you know what I'm saying, keep going and ignore the TV. They're not going to be on the field when I get there. Yeah. But they, unfortunately, I did get to my seat right when Ritter threw his pick, and I was just like, the ball was tipped, so I can't be mad, but like we moved the ball down the field and kept the ball away. Like, just imagine our offense playing keep away from another team the whole game, having the ball the whole time with your offense, letting every single playmaker make a play, and then scoring. And then you get a ball back to their offense, but your defense is already ready to shut that down, bro. They rested, they're energetic, and you got a whole nother line that can come in almost every other play if they run hurry up. You know what I'm saying? We're still allowed to substitute with them between plays. And then you got a 3-and-out like type of defense. It's like putting your closer in baseball. It's like putting your closer in for the whole game. If your defense is a 3-and-out defense and they get the ball back to the offense that's holding the ball, running the ball, throwing the ball, and now it's a touchdown, and they still haven't scored yet. You know what I'm saying? You're winning the ball game.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I definitely think that's gonna be the strategy this year for real. Like just keep away football, and then defense. I think as we see in the preseason, even if they're not 3-and-out type stout, they still show the ability like bend but don't break.
Bend but don't break. Exactly.
How many times did we see? Because I ain't gonna lie, I take what the backups do, and I think it reflects of the coaching to me more than the starters doing it. Because like the starters, it's okay. It's like you put Aaron Donald out on any team, he gonna do what he gonna do because it's like he's a all time great. So
right.
you wouldn't reflect that off his coaching, but if you put the backups in and they playing a certain style of football, that's definitely coaching. And I think like the backups, like we even had some dudes who didn't even make the team that made plays. Like Breon Borders didn't even make the team, and he besides that last game,
locking down. He was locking down.
So it's like I think they definitely showed that style of football for real. We still was running the ball effectively in the preseason with backup linemen without Bijan Roberts. Like the offense ain't gonna have no problem moving the ball. The only thing that's gonna hold the offense back is probably penalties, because that first drive we did get a few penalties, but it's like Chris Lindstrom don't really get penalties like that, so I'm not worried about that.
Right.
And then the red zone, like you said, because that's where the pick happened in the red zone. But once Arthur Smith probably get to like really scheming stuff down there, that's where you really got to scheme up stuff down there in the red zone when they get a little tight. I'm not really worried about it. Like Kyle Pitts, Drake London, we got the big bodies for real. So I ain't worried about it. So looking on to week 1, like what do you see as that matchup without really doing a preview of the game too much? Or division wise, like what you think division wise, what you seen with like other teams in our division this preseason, if you kept up with them?
Okay, so I did watch 2 Bryce Young preseason games, and I have watched 1 to 2 quarters of a Saints game, and I have not watched none of the Bucks, but I've seen the highlights. So I'm gonna go down the list of who I think is gonna be behind us in this draft. I mean, not draft, but the division. So behind us, of course, I'm not gonna lie, the Saints already gonna be probably clear cut second in the division.
Number of sacks.
Oh yeah. Oh hey, hold on. I'm about to tell you in a minute. I'm about to double up on you in a minute. So we got Saints behind us, Panthers behind us. I still think the Bucks gonna be last. As far as like what they did, the Saints did what they could with whatever money that they had left over to get Derek Carr, and that was probably the last thing that they could do besides drafting somebody. Carolina, of course, this whole rebuild system is good, whatever, but Bryce Young and that offensive line is going to have to develop majorly, bro, because ain't no way you're going to let your franchise quarterback take that many hits every single game leading up to his first game and then expect him to take the same hits, because eventually your body going to say, okay, all right, this spot get right here and my body getting weak. This spot's getting weaker, and then he's going to get hurt. Because taking NFL hits and taking college hits is 2 different types of hits. Like, you playing with grown men as opposed to boys. Like, that's
not ain't even get hit for real in college.
And not only that, you got defensive ends that's running 4.4s and 4.5s and 4.6s, bro. Like, they not slow like them 5 flat 5.1 type linemen that's in the at the college level. As far as like sacks this year, I cannot lie to you, bro. We're doubling up. It's gonna be more than we had in the past 2 years. So that
ain't hard to do. I ain't gonna lie, boy. We getting about 21 sacks a season out there, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, bro, not for real. I'll go for the double up right now. I can't give a straight number, but I know we're gonna double up.
I'm gonna say if we can get between 35 and that 42 range, that'll be a good spot. I ain't saying we're gonna lead the league in sacks. Like, you got a ways to go, and we don't really have a pure pass rush artist on our team right now.
Right.
Maybe AK-47 can develop into that. But yeah, I say that range between 35 or 42 is a good range. But a better question would be, who y'all think gonna lead the team in sacks?
Okay. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's Grady's chance to lead the team in sacks, bro, because he can finally get off the triple-double teams, bro. Hey, man.
Finally get double digit sacks. I ain't gonna lie. I think Caden Ellis is a sleeper for sack leader on this team.
Okay.
Just because of the way he's going to be used, like he's not getting standstill, like off the edge, strictly pass rushing. He's gonna be up the A gap, the B gap, coming up, like all type of stuff. Like, so I think it'll be easier for him to get sacks. But Grady is definitely like I already said, Grady should have a career year this year because this is the most help he ever had for real,
bro. Most help I ever seen right next to him besides ever, bro.
Yeah, this like he never had nobody he could look to the left and right and be like, okay, for sure.
Yeah,
I know the dude next to me can go.
Exactly.
But yeah, like you said with the outlook of the rest of the division, like preseason wise, I think Derek Carr and New Orleans first team offense did look good the game against the Chiefs they was in. Like I like what they did. They went down, did a little something, but I just don't trust Michael Thomas to stay healthy the whole season no more. Carolina, like I already told you, like every time I watch their O-line, I'm just waiting for the first game, bro, because their O-line was terrible. Like their offense, their O-line just looks terrible. Like they've been getting a little banged up with injuries. Like, of course, you don't want another team players to be hurt. Like, I think we all be beyond that. Like, you want to be the team at full strength, but injuries do happen. They receiving core is getting banged up. Like, DJ Chark got hurt, I believe.
Yeah,
and it was another receiver they had signed. They got hurt as well. So I mean, they kind of banged up on that aspect of it. Baker,
I know Bryce Young's favorite target is gonna be Adam Thielen. Watch, I'm telling you.
Yeah, for sure, because he's a veteran. He trusts him. He's like a safety blanket for sure.
Yeah,
I think Baker was looking good in the preseason, in my opinion. Like he did what he needed to do, but it's the sample size. Like you only playing 1-2 drives, so
right.
You got them scripted.
Baker Mayfield for a whole game is different than Baker Mayfield for like one drive, bro.
Exactly.
A scripted drive at that. A scripted drive.
Exactly.
Where they telling you like, all right, bro, we gonna do this, and that, rather than you calling each play, and then you got to read, and you got to do this, bro. I believe he's almost like if Baker doesn't provide a spark for that team this year, he can be compared to like an older version of a Kyler Murray, bro. Like both of them came from the same school, early round picks, but what are they doing in the NFL? Like.
I ain't gonna lie. I think Arizona really trying to get rid of Kyler Murray for
real.
They just got it all in. Like the whole build of their team this year is just looking like they just trying to tank.
But they cut Colt McCoy, their backup quarterback, and then Kyler Murray's going to be on the PUP list for the first 4 weeks. And so it's like, who's going to play quarterback? Did they draft somebody?
Dobbs. Got Josh Dobbs. But he has no rapport with nobody on that offense. That's what I'm saying.
Like, Cam Newton. Cam Newton. But I seen Cam in the grocery store the other day, bro. Actually, no cap. Like I was walking in Publix. It's not the one that's over here off Campbellton. It's another one, bro. It's all the way like going toward Douglasville. Holmes was in, bro. I walked down the aisle. I'm like, familiar, bro. He looked familiar, bro. Who that? Wait, hold on, bro. I was like, what up, Cam?
He probably had a fancy hat on.
Bro, he had the fancy hat on and all the kids, bro. I was like, oh, dang. I just dapped them up and walked away, bro. Forget it. What's up, Cam? What's up, bro? And walked away.
Hey, man. That boy Cam. Hey, but so, like, 8 days away from the season, I mean, all the countdown, all the anxiousness we've been having is over. So, what your wrap-up of this offseason was, like, as a whole before we really start the season for real?
Hey, man, look what this money make a free agent do. That's all I'm going to say. We spent good money in free agency. We spent at least $275 million. No, 1,000 in free agency. But that's something to think about, though, because the Falcons probably might have the most improved roster from year to year. If you go year to year, like this year has like a slight turnover, but the rest is free agency and draft. Like there's not that much a turnover from last year, except for your starters, if you think about it.
And that's when you know you got a roster for real. When you ain't hauling it every year for real. Like you little people you take in and take out, but you still got the main dudes for real.
Yep.
But
Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't think they really could have went no better way for real between the draft and off season. Like I don't really have no regrets on nothing, but now it's really time to see if it's gonna all pay off for real. But without really diving too much into that first game, because we are gonna have a dedicated stream for that. What's your outlook on that?
Hey man,
up ahead.
We're looking ahead, man. I just know once Thursday comes from next week, like Thursday gonna come, I'm gonna watch that game. We probably might have a live stream going for that game or some just to get the interaction from the fans. But like I have a game to coach on Saturday, so that's gonna help me get to Sunday. So It's like
you ain't gotta sit in the house all day just thinking.
Exactly, bro. Like, cause sometimes, bro, I can't lie, bro. I'll overthink about the game, bro. I'll just be like, bro, I'll be at the game tomorrow, and they finna be doing this, they finna be doing that. But it's like you gotta channel your thoughts, just like let all this stuff happen. That 1 week, it's just like, okay, how are they gonna stop us? It's not even more so what I want to see from us. It's like, how are they gonna be able to guard this guy? How are they gonna be able to do this? Like, how can you guard Drake, Kyle, Bijan, Tyler, Mac, Janu? But how can you cover all? Like, you can't double cover one of these guys or any of these guys because one of them is gonna beat their one-on-one matchup, and it's gonna be easier for Ritter. Like, okay, you got 3 options. That's one thing though. I don't want it to be too easy or too wide open to the point where he can't decide who to throw the ball to, because that's also something from a second-year quarterback where it's like, oh, everybody's open. I can just throw it to anybody. And then you got to like really know, like, hey, this play's meant to get this. This play's meant to do that. This play's meant for this. This play's meant for that, which is another thing that I think is good for Ritter because he has the ability to check in and out of all of the plays and stuff like that. Oh, y'all going to the pet rally, bro? Y'all got to go to the pet rally. 95 North, my brothers, I need to see y'all at the pet rally, man.
I ain't gonna lie. What ain't it? Is that after the first game or is it before the first game?
No, it's before the first game. It's 2 days before it. Hey. What's her name?
Zuri.
Yeah. What's up, Zuri?
Well, here come Peyton.
Peyton. What's happening, Peyton?
No.
Brand new, girl. You picture day ready.
She over here.
We're gonna be lit. Oh, he talking about the little stream before the game. Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hey, you know they did a podcast stream with. Oh, whoa. Hey, but that's a real fan though, bro. That's a real fan. That's a real fan. He okay, so they had a podcast show with John Abraham one night. It was an episode with John Abraham. Remember I told you I met John Abraham in the AT&T in Atlantic Station, right?
Uh-huh.
Bro, I still got the man number in my phone, bro. This man signed a mug for me and all this stuff. But they had him on a show, bro, and he was basically doing barbershop talk with them before barbershop talk even came out. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So, like, that's mad respect to y'all, bro, for real. Because John Abraham is definitely a sacking legend in Atlanta.
I'm coming downstairs, Kiki. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I just feel like that first game, we cannot lose that game, bro. Like, it ain't even an overreaction. Like the season now.
Our boys practicing in the stadium.
I see, but yeah, like we definitely can't lose that first game. Like, it's too much riding on it, bro. Like, that's almost like a national media game to me, just because of like who we playing. First overall pick.
Oh, bro, it is, bro. The 2 headliners are Bryce Young and Bijan Robinson, bro. Oh no, but John Robinson. I'm sorry,
bro. We gotta win. We definitely gotta win that first game. I ain't gonna lie, cause it's like all the build up of the season, everything. Like, we just gotta win. Can't start the season 0-1. When the last time we had a winning record anyway? Like,
bro, it's been. Oh, hold on. How many days has it been, bro? We did a count on another episode.
Bro, like, 200 something.
95. I know you. 95. I know you. I know you know. I know you know.
Bro, it's been too long. That's really sad, bro. Y'all can't even be 1-0. Because we ain't had no winning season since 2017.
Right?
But a winning record, though. We can't even go 1-0. This gonna be the year we go 1-0, though. And I ain't gonna lie, you made a full little point when you said it's more about what we do. Like, this the first time we play a team that I'm really not like, oh my God, we gotta play such and such. Like, nah, I'm like, they gotta play us.
Yeah.
Like, we gonna be the one that they got a game plan for. Like, of course, we gonna be game planning for them. Like, there's no disrespect to them. Like, they're an NFL team too, they professionals, but it's like, bro, we're actually 3.5 favorites in that game.
Hey,
so
man, like, I'm putting all my bets in now for the Falcons to go to the playoffs. I'm not finna wait till the season even goes. I had to win 16, 17. Haven't had it 2000 because dang, 2,000 days, bro. 2,000 days, bro.
And how many times last year it was to that point? We had 500.
We were at 500 like 7 times, 8 times, bro. Where it was just like, win the game, bro. Win the game.
Like 2-2, didn't get it. Like
4-4,
3-3, didn't get it. Like 4-4. Like, just like, bro.
7-7. Oh my gosh, bro. Bro, I can't even. All right, so here we go. Here's our initial practice squad additions: Micah Abernathy, Natrone Brooks, Justin Schaefer, Timmy Horn, Godwin and Ngakwe, Lakel London, Matthew Sexton, Tyler Vrabel, Barry Wesley, Andre Smith, Parker Hesse, Tucker Fisk, and Xavier Malone.
I ain't gonna lie, I pretty much figured all them was gonna make it. Like, especially Xavier Malone, I already knew once he got cut that he was gonna be called back to the practice squad.
We just added another tackle too, Isaiah Prince.
Micah Abernathy, like, I pretty much knew, but we wasn't gonna carry 5 safeties, and Helms beat the hell out of him for that 4th safety role.
Helms is gonna be hell for them.
Like, Helms couldn't be off the 53-man roster. Like, it was just no way. He put himself on that roster.
He was a diamond in the rough too, bro. In a very deep defensive draft, bro. He was a diamond in the rough in the 7th round, bro. Just like Grady Jarrett, I feel like the boy gonna perform.
Yeah, it's more so about him getting his opportunity. Like, special teams gonna be where he gonna have to make his name for sure. Cause
bro. Once he start laying that thump to them boys on the bro, come on, bro. Helms is laying thump. And he's a ball hawk.
And that was his thing.
Hawkins better hope that boy don't lose his spot, bro. Because if Hawkins get burnt at any point in this season playing opposite side of Jesse Bates gonna start.
I ain't gonna lie, Hawkins really not getting paid no more because Helms already can slide to that 3rd safety role. I think Richie and Jesse got the starting positions, and then you could put Helms in that 3rd safety role.
Yep.
Hawkins he not bad, but it's just no point of paying him when you got a younger guy already on a rookie contract, pretty much doing better or the same at what he's doing. So I don't really see nothing. Grant better watch out. Helms coming. I don't know. I think Richie gonna show out this year, but I mean, if he don't perform, Helms definitely gonna take his spot for sure. Okay. Hopefully Richie got it though, but I ain't gonna lie. These additions that we got. Man, them folks, I'm ready to see them. I'm tired of seeing all this practice. Like, I'm ready to see Jesse Bates in full action.
Light him up mode. Hey, he gonna be in light him up mode, man. Tell you.
I'm ready to see them guys in full edge for real.
Okay, so all right, so bro, I gotta ask you a question. What's your ideal game day fit going to a Falcons game? Are we rocking fitteds? We rocking snapbacks. We rocking buckets. We rocking jersey. We rocking.
I ain't gonna lie, like, I've never wore no jersey to a game. Like, I usually just wear regular clothes for real. But I think this got to be the year that I do end up just getting me a jersey for real. Cause like, I'm old. I'm past due old to AJ Terrell jersey. Like, that's just get it
right.
Got to get that because he my guy. But
Yeah.
Bijan probably for sure gonna be the highest selling jersey we got, just because he rocking that 7 and then the player he is. But September it won't be too cold, so I'll probably just wear some pants. I don't know. I don't like to be in the jeans and all that because I get antsy during the game, bro. So I
Yeah.
can be able to move around.
It get hot, man, real fast up in there.
But I ain't gonna lie. One thing about the Benz though, it be so cold.
That AC, bro.
Bro,
Sometimes I think it be blowing young weight kick. Sometimes AC, bro. That thing blows so hard.
Jersey for sure with the J's. Okay, I'm gonna have to get me a jersey from the team store, but I'm probably gonna get me the 24. Let that be my first one.
Man,
let that be my first jersey. But well, why we don't ever got the roof open though? That's what I'm trying to see. Like, we need to open the roof for that first game.
I guess they don't want to do it. They don't want to give the theatrics in the preseason. They probably just want to leave it for the opener. But at the same, that little sunspot. I don't know if they're gonna be able to do it with that sunspot though. But depending on where the sun is shining, like it always be that one sunspot on the field.
Yeah,
them
boys got the visors and all that.
Yeah.
Though. I feel like it just get the ambience of being outside when they got the roof open for real. Like I'm tired of seeing it all the time with the clothes. Like you built the stadium that can open and close, but you always play with.
They try to trap the noise too, bro. They try to trap the noise with the roof closed, make it a home field advantage.
Week 1 gonna be so electric, bro. Like this crowd coming different this year.
Week 1 last year is gonna be way different than week 1. Week 1 last year is gonna be way different than week 1 this year because. Week 1 this year is like, okay, yeah, we're playing the Panthers. Yeah, it's still a division game, but it's a game that we know we got to come in and smack these boys, man. Last year, we was like, it's the Saints, bro, and we always get hyped for the Saints, bro. But, like, this game is like, bro, we got the one up on these boys, man. They think they finna come in Atlanta and still won week 1? The first week of the season? No, sir.
I think Bryce Young definitely add that element to the game too, like especially down south.
All this talking about, bro, I wanted to make sure that we talk to Steve Smith, bro. Please.
I'm already telling you as soon as Ritter do what he do that game, I'm going right to Steve Smith on Twitter. Bro, like, who threw that?
We added Steve Smith, man. Yeah, who threw that? Yeah.
Who threw that? I want him to ask that same question because everything little Bryce Young tried to do in the preseason, he wanted to make an excuse for this and that. Like, bro, folks got to understand, bro, a rookie quarterback going to struggle, bro. Like, he's definitely going to struggle. He going to have his moments too, but he going to struggle. He going to struggle week 1, I'm telling you, because, man, Ryan Nielsen, his first game as a D coordinator, he finna put boy, we ain't even going to tell him what's going to happen. We just going to wait till that Saturday to let them know, then they going to see on that Sunday. I ain't going to lie. We ain't even dropped the uniform schedule or nothing. Like, what uniforms y'all think we going to put on? Just the black on white?
I think it's probably gonna be basic black on white, but I want that black on black so bad, man. Bring that black on black.
I really hate our current uniforms right now. I ain't gonna lie.
We didn't get new ones, bro. Next year, Arthur Smith's gonna get that change, bro. As we we gotta win a ring in these and just throw them away, and then get some new ones.
Man, they so ugly, bro. They just
They messed up putting the ATL on the front though, bro. Like the Hawks already had that on their jersey, bro. Why we gotta copy that, bro?
They could have just did so much better with red, black, and white as their colors to just mess up the uniforms like that. I ain't gonna lie.
And the letters, bro, the letters and the numbers on the jerseys look so weird, bro. It's just like
we ain't even dropped the uniform schedule for this season or nothing yet, though.
Okay, so tell me this: the 2 games that we have a game against the Panthers and a game against the Saints that we can those games are to be announced.
Yeah,
basically
towards the end
saying that they can be flexed to a prime time or America's Game of the Week. Do you think either of those 2 games will be division defining games, or would it just be a game that they just have to schedule on the schedule again for us?
I think one of them definitely will be flexed just because, but
I don't know, because if both teams end up being sorry, they definitely just gonna be like 1 o'clock for y'all and call it a day.
Yeah.
But like you said, like the way the games are scheduled and positioned, and the way this division probably will shake out, in my opinion, I think they will be, just because I don't think nobody gonna run away with the division. Like I expect us to win it, But if we win it, I'm not saying we're gonna be like 11-6, and then the other team's gonna be like 8 and something. Like, I mean, that's
Yeah.
a 3 game gap. But at the same time, like, we played them last couple weeks, so we would have to widen that gap. Like, we're not gonna be
Yeah.
clinched and
Yeah.
and all that. Like, no,
Nope.
it's gonna be to the last
Nope.
week.
We gotta pull away. We're gonna pull away.
Man, how you doing? Perfect way to really win it would be going down the last game in New Orleans, and that be for it, and we beat them. Like, that'd be
Smack them, bro. Smack them for the division title. Give me that NFC South. Give me that NFC South, bitch.
like that. That would be the icing on the cake for real, right there. Like,
Yes, sir. It'll be the icing to the cake of a off season, a preseason, and a season put together, bro. Like, you put all of that together, back to back to back. It's like, dang, bro. They like Terry and Arthur know what they're doing, bro. Don't put it past the fact that Arthur Smith's dad is the founder of FedEx, bro. Please don't, because his dad has already equipped him with the business mindset and aspect of this, and he came up from.
boy, AG then paused and went out on the guys. But yeah, like he was saying though, Arthur Smith, like with his dad being a FedEx owner, bro, this man really got football in his heart for real. He don't got to be doing this. He could be sitting somewhere else doing anything else. He already rich, but he already got that in him to just want to be a coach, make his own path for real. So I'm definitely excited to see what he can get done for us next year. But yeah, we was already an hour in, so we probably just gonna wrap this up. Definitely be on the lookout for that stream, probably Wednesday or whatnot before the Lions and Chiefs game. That's the first official game of the season. And then we're going to also stream a little Falcons related only that Saturday, the 9th, before the game on the 10th, though. So y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. We out.